Like Hulk angry!
Live and let die! Fight!
Note to self. Dogs make Hulk angry. What's up guys, jmoonies here, bringing you something a little different than usual. You may not be able to tell, but I am actually playing on the Xbox version of Marvel. This isn't really a permanent thing, so don't go spamming my Xbox gamer tag with friend requests. I'd like to keep at least one of these things private, but more or less, I am in pad training to challenge a player I can only play on Xbox Live. I'll let you guys speculate who that might be, but in any case, I kind of wanted to spend this commentary discussing the differences between Xbox and PlayStation 3. Not only in control scheme, but generally my experiences now that the game's been in release for a while and I can get a good gauge of this. Last time I played on Xbox was probably when the game first came out. I was still doing preview coverage, therefore explaining why I'm 8th Lord already, but I don't know, it's a little infuriating, I've got to say. The Xbox copy definitely loads a lot faster, it saves a lot faster, and internet lag isn't bad, almost to the point where it throws me off playing online because everything runs so smooth and like, I don't know, everything happens so fast now. So, kind of one of the undeniable differences I'm having, at least in the United States. I don't know if that varies much overseas, but you know, a lot of you might be thinking, well, what's so hard about making the swap? And for those of you who aren't familiar with me, I am actually a pad player mainly on the PlayStation 3. So if you can imagine the transition I make going from the pad to the Xbox. Now, a lot of people would very easily say that the Xbox controller just sucks for fighting games in general, but you know, I'm kind of having second thoughts. I sort of suspected this the first time, but the Xbox controller is not that bad. The biggest misconception people have is that you have to use the D-pad, which is totally the wrong way to go, because on the Xbox, for some reason, the D-pad is actually an analog with a D-pad shaped nub, which is probably the most retarded setups in the universe. But if you actually play with the analog stick, it's not unlike playing with a joystick controller. Granted, there are a few things. I feel like my experience on the Xbox has been a plus and a minus. Due to the shape of the controller and the positioning of the triggers, I have a much easier time using assists, or having my fingers ready for assists and the punch 3 and the L3 buttons. Or even if I map light to left trigger, it's a lot easier to hold than with PlayStation 3. My charge moves work a lot better. I could actually do Gamma Wave more effectively. Not like that, but the trade-offs as well, though, is that I have a hard time doing normal dashes as well as doing Shoryuken motions. It's also kind of hard to tell when I'm actually holding back since the whole thing's a freaking circle, but I don't know. I'm gonna say that as far as the whole console war goes, at least for Marvel, they're pretty much the same. I'm noticing the challengers are roughly of equal skill. I don't know if it's just because I haven't played ranked in a while, but it doesn't seem that tough, at least from the 6th to 9th Lord range. Although I am finding shockingly, and you might have noticed this on some of the video intros, but there's some people who play a lot of freaking games, and I don't, like, over 500 games and are in 8th and 9th Lord, and I'm like, geez, even with a 50-50 win ratio, you shouldn't be doing that bad. So, I don't know. That's particularly what I noticed on the Xbox side anyways. I haven't even reached 500 games in vanilla, to be honest, and I already hit 4th, but not to talk trash or anything. but I'm definitely going to have to say that I'm giving it serious consideration. I'm actually, because one of my PlayStation controllers is kind of broken, I decided to invest in an Xbox-shaped PS3 controller just to see if I can make that transition. And if so, I could definitely be a universal player at that point, and maybe even play at some kind of competition. But anyways, the other shocking thing to me is I have fans on Xbox. I had no idea. As you see there with Son of the Boss, who was a pretty nice guy about it. He actually, near the end of the match, he actually got on mic and was like, "Hey, you on mic? jmoonies, you on mic?" I was almost scared because there are a lot of people who, I mean, as kind as most of you are, there are a few people who like to talk shit, and I'm just kind of, he did sort of kick my ass this round, so. But once again, I'm in Xbox pad training mode here, so things may not reflect as well as I would like them to, though I find that executing the Hulk combo is a lot easier for me on here. Having a lot of trouble, I don't know. Even though I can pull that off, I seem to have a lot of trouble doing kind of the quarter circle motions. I guess because it's not really easy to tell when there's a definitive corner, like when I'm hitting neutral right or left or down. Especially with the Nova flight reset, as well as Ryu's air combo as well. Thankfully, normal throws don't seem to require much directional precision, so I was able to do that on Xbox at least. But oh boy, level 3 X Factor Sentinel, my favorite. No, it's, you know, honestly, I haven't seen very many Sentinel players since Ultimate came out, so this is kind of refreshing. The only problem is I don't really know how to deal with a floaty Sentinel who doesn't come running straight towards you. Which, by the way, is the very smart way to play. But screwing up my Nova combos. I don't know how to get that relaunch to work. I keep screwing it up, but maybe I'm supposed to not do the flight reset for it? I don't know. Leave your suggestions in the comments, because I don't know why that's still a problem for me. Ugh, Tatsu's there, and thankfully he didn't have gauge, but now that he does, this is where shit gets crazy. Bad Hadouken command, and he takes me out with Hyper Sentinel Force. And yes, Son of the Boss, I did actually record that match.
Did you get a mic?
And thanks for subscribing. While we're on that topic, I actually kind of want to bring up a public service message, just because I have the opportunity to, but the importance of subscribing, and I know this comes off as a little cliche and silly because everyone says it helps them out when you subscribe, but thing is, especially for up-and-coming directors, it's really hard to tell when you're actually doing something right. And I know a lot of you guys, and myself included, I used to pretty much just bookmark a guy's YouTube page and not really subscribe with my personal account. The numbers really do make a difference, and if you can actually see clear growth, then it's super encouraging for people trying to do something new and fresh. So if you support a director, and I'm not talking about just me, definitely subscribe to them and show your support, because honestly, it'd be great to see more people get the confidence to do this kind of thing. That said, the gameplay's coming to a close, but as usual, thank you guys for watching. Keep an eye out on Machinima for the match that I'm speaking of. I'll probably put the raws on my channel.
Level 1 KO!
And I end the game with Johnny Cage. Thanks for watching. See you later.